The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office releasing new video of an officer-involved shooting that happened December 27th. Officers shot and killed 26-year-old Paton Pinette at his apartment on Jacksonville's west side. And for the first time, we are seeing the events leading up to his death. Taylor Levesque is live from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office with the new video. Taylor?
Well, surveillance video from multiple businesses show the multiple stops that Paton Pinette made just less than 24 hours before he was involved in a shooting with officers. An officer body camera video and drone video from the scene also capture that shooting. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says it all begins around 2 a.m. on December 27th, when officers responded to a business burglary at the 4500 block of Lenox Avenue. JSO says Pinette broke in around 10:45 the night before. Surveillance video shows Pinette using a sign to break through the front door. He walks in and steals a revolver. He fires a few shots around the store and then leaves. This is a business owned by one of Pinette's family members. JSO says about an hour later, Pinette then drove to a closed business on the 5600 block of Roosevelt Boulevard. Surveillance video from this store shows Pinette shooting out the front glass of the business doors and then kicking the doors a few times attempting to get in. JSO says when he couldn't open the doors, he drove his car through it and walked into the business holding the gun. JSO says he stole items and ran before officers arrived. Later that morning, around 8:18 a.m., near the 6300 block of Commodore Drive, one of Pinette's family members reported to police that Pinette shot at her car. JSO says the driver's side window was damaged. Then at 2:52 p.m. on December 27th, Pinette's neighbor told police Pinette pointed a gun at him while he was gardening at Summerwind Apartments near 5200 Timuquana Road. JSO says Pinette went back into his apartment. Officers got to the complex and set up a perimeter around Pinette's apartment building. JSO says officers used a public address system, asking Pinette to come out of his apartment for 40 minutes. Instead of complying, JSO says Pinette shot at officers from inside his apartment, and officers fired back. Around 5 p.m., more officers arrived on scene and assumed tactical control and continued asking Pinette to walk out of his apartment unarmed.
And once you put it down, open the front door or open this back door.
About 45 minutes later, JSO says Pinette walked out of his apartment holding both a revolver and knife. One officer fired a shot, killing Pinette. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says the shooting is still an ongoing investigation. The state attorney's office will be conducting its own investigation to determine if the officers' actions who were involved were lawful. Once that investigation is completed, JSO will then conduct its own investigation to determine if any of the officers involved violated any department policies. Live in downtown Jacksonville, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News on your side.